So I don't know about you guys, but when I'm at the gun store, they're always like, you know, your background check's gonna take a second to go through if you want to walk around the store. And I'm like, sure. But on the inside, you're like... Hey guys, welcome to DE Outdoors. This is my first gun video. I'm super pumped. I got a new pistol here. It's a 22 long rifle. It's nothing special. It's a Heritage Rough Rider 22 LR/22 mag. I have not shot it yet. I'm super pumped to share this experience with you guys, tell you a little bit about it and how I feel. But first, let's shoot it and see what we think. So this is a little 6-shot 22 revolver. If you can see that, but 6 rounds in there. So far the cylinder is really nice. It clicks, it seems very tight in there. I'm not having any issues there. One of the interesting things about this little revolver is it does have a safety, a manual safety there, so that's fire, that's safe. It's really interesting. You don't see pretty much any other revolver with a safety on it. Some people, that'll just totally throw them off and they'll hate that, but I don't mind it. I mean, this thing was like almost $100. That's crazy. That's so cheap. So for $100 you can have a little Plinkster. That's a pretty good deal, but we'll shoot it. We'll check it out. All right, first shots here. Okay. All right. So the first thing I notice on this is that it is pretty hefty. I grew up shooting a Ruger Bearcat, and those are a lot smaller. This is the shorter version of this pistol. I think this is the 4-inch barrel, and you can get it in a 6-inch, and it's not light. So if this is something you're looking at for your first wheel gun, your first 22, it is pretty heavy, so keep that in mind. It's pretty bulky. The grips, I got pretty big mitts, and the grips are pretty big. They fit my hand fine, but if you got smaller hands or you're a smaller shooter, you might want to look at something smaller like the Bearcat. But because it's heavy, there's little to no recoil. It shoots very nice. It's single action only. Everything's really crisp for, you know, how cheap this gun is. It's got a really nice single stage trigger. It's pretty light. It's not bad. The safety's a little weird, but you know, you can get used to it. Let's see what we can do. There's my second set. Everything is going in those chambers really nicely and coming out really nicely, so I have no problems there. As far as I can tell, the sights are on. I'm hitting the little static steel plates down there, so that's good. No issues with the sights. It's got the classic tiny groove there for your back sight, and then, you know, your big wing front sight there. Yeah, so not bad. I actually quite like it. I got another set loaded up. I'm going to shoot a little bit closer to the camera there so you can see just the gun. Alright guys, I found something that does bother me on this. It says on the frame here, Heritage and where it's from, but on the other side it says read the manual before use, and they stamped that right on the frame there. I'm not sure I like that. I mean, if you purchase a handgun, if you're old enough and you can purchase a handgun, then you should probably know how to operate this pistol before you shoot it. I feel like they don't need to put this on the frame. I haven't seen any other revolvers that do that, so that kind of annoys me just as a cosmetic piece. This is a cheaper revolver, so I mean there's little dents and stuff and some cosmetic flaws, but most of it I really don't mind because, again, I got this for, you know, close to $100, which is pretty sweet. Anyway, but I thought that was interesting that on the frame they put read the manual before use. Alright guys, in case you didn't know, I wanted to show you the difference here. So on the left there is 22 long rifle and on the right is 22 mag. So it's really just much longer, more powder, much faster bullet. Alright guys, so I've changed cylinders. I'm going to shoot the 22 mag. I haven't noticed a difference. It goes in, you can tell it takes up a little bit more room, but it's still nice and responsive turning this. So I'm going to go ahead and load it up and see what the difference is with the 22 mag. Alright, here we go. Alright guys. Well, I think I just had my first failure. Okay guys, it looks like I have my first failure. I just finished shooting those first 6 rounds and I went back into the half cock position to turn it and take the casings out, and it seems to be stuck. It's not turning at all. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to keep. It's not letting me cock back further either, so what I might have to do is pull the pin and pull the chamber and see what's going on. I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so what happened, I'm not actually sure what happened. I pulled the pin and I pulled the cylinder out, took all the casings out, they were all fired, and then it started functioning properly again. Not sure what went wrong, but after the 6th 22 mag round it seized up a little bit, so that's a little disappointing, but you know, it's a $100 gun, so can't be too dissatisfied. Maybe it's an ammo thing. I'm gonna shoot another 6 rounds and see what happens. As far as handling, I couldn't really tell a big difference between the 22 long rifle and the 22 mag. They were very similar. There was maybe a tiny bit more kick. You could tell that round was going faster with the 22 mag, but I mean, so little that to me it really didn't make much of a difference. But I'm gonna load it up, shoot 6 more rounds and see what happens. So, safety's back on. I'm gonna go into the half cocked position. Okay. All right, cylinder is rotating just fine now. Looks like it's gonna let me eject all these spent casings. So, not sure what happened that first time. I've got an old beat up coffee mug here that I've replaced with some newer ones. So I'm interested in seeing what the difference is as far as power goes with the 22 long rifle and the 22 mag. So I'm going to put one of each into this and see the difference in the power. Alright, I got the 22 long rifle in. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, I didn't catch that on camera, but it stopped it. So I'm pretty impressed with Ozark Trail, these cheaper little thermos here. It stopped the 22 long rifle. There's a pretty good dent in it, but it did not go through, not even the first layer there. So that's pretty interesting. Let's set up the 22 mag and see what it does. Guys, so the first thing I notice here is that the bottom popped right off. So, yeah, I mean the 22 mag ripped right through the bottom there, whereas the 22 long rifle just stopped. But yeah, that WMR did some damage. It ripped right through, looks like 2 layers there, and then popped the bottom of it off. So pretty impressive. All right, guys, thanks for watching my little review on the Rough Rider 22 long rifle / 22 mag. Overall, I like it quite a bit. The 2 things I weren't impressed with were obviously the cosmetic issues. It was a little rough around the edges, and it says read the manual right on the frame, which kind of annoys me. The other big issue there is obviously reliability. So the first time firing those 622 mags, it did lock up a little bit, so wasn't too impressed there. I did shoot it quite a bit more with those 22 mags. I didn't have an issue again, so hopefully that's a one-time thing, a break-in issue. But anyway, overall, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. We'll see you next time on DE Outdoors.